Africa, 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 yeah. Africa, 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 Africa. To love to have the freedom to say that I'm an African and never ever feeling afraid about the stigmatizing that's attached to the name, like we're the only continent plagued with corruption and AIDS. But the sad thing is, some seem to love it that way, always looking for handout, giving age rather than facing the fact that we no longer be slaves, and we can only change our nations if we turn from our ways of old. Brothers selling at each other for gold, for promises of prosperity, your poverty grows. My mama Keba said, sweet child, please don't cry. These sorrows only last for a night. If these words is true, then we got a lot of work to do. Arise and fight, dark continents in need of a light. Arise and fight, dark continents in need of a light. Arise and fight, yeah. Blame it on the government, blame it on the rent, blame it on the president, blame it on the rest. Tell me, when will we as Africa just do it on our own? Blame it on the government, blame it on the rent, blame it on the president, blame it on the rest. It is time for we as Africa to rise and save our own. It's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to go. Yeah, it's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to go. Sumaona kuti uzibwezaje pambuya ndaba ntawi yapita yakusubila mufya kupelwa. Excuses, complaints, that's what we used to. These constraints that we refuse to break like chains will remain until we change. Kodi sumaona kuti na ushalila, kodi sumavuna nawe ukutangila, wabasa webabaka manje nikuzisamala. Bulaza, naiwe masses. No solutions and ideas, that is what we need in this confusion. Faith in God and not in man, that is what we need as a foundation. Yeah. Blame it on the government, blame it on the rent, blame it on the president, blame it on the rest. Tell me, when will we as Africa just do it on our own? Blame it on the government, blame it on the rent, blame it on the president, blame it on the rest. It is time for we as Africa to rise and save our own. It's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to go. Yeah, it's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to go. Yeah.
Yo, Viva Africa, viva. Tilote vinangutile kolota nsima. Sipping a mild cup of coffee with the creamer. In your company office being a dreamer. Something like my diva. Sit up sharp. Be your own boss. Fix up, look sharp. Pay your own cost. Work hard, think smart. Minimize loss with a mission statement that is inspired by the cross. Hello. Keep your coins, I won't change, get it. Sanctions define laws, but we won't let it. New manifesto, it. Broken English is the code, so they won't get it. Yes, we see it on telly. It's the news, it's the buzz. Little boy skinny, little fool, dirty hair, and it's so silly. We gon' write a new story, slam
blame
dog
it on
minute.
the government, blame it on the rent, blame it on the president, blame it on the rest. Tell me, when will we as Africa just do it on our own? Blame it on the government, blame it on the rent, blame it on the president, blame it on the rest. It is time for we as Africa to rise and save our own. It's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to go.
watch your destiny dying in your arms. Do something greater today and not tomorrow. It's time to lead, and they will follow. I'm a little Michael Jackson, and then I call it all I really wanna say is they don't really care about us. City, Kufamonga, Inzi, Mumanzi, it's Ebola, malaria is still killing the millions. Is it neo population control? It's the order of this new world that we carry on our shoulders. They can break you and me, they make us stronger. So you and me are the solution, but we just do nothing and we wonder why.
Our African continent ceased to develop. Why there's less people informal than the informal sector. Why the resistor get killed cause they seek many questions. Why I'll be threatened because I'm putting this on the record. Leaders wreck the economy but still wanna remainers. Cancel upstate, no votes so they rig the elections. Wanna be like gods, the past, the future and present. We're still dependent. It's a front saying that we independent. It starts as soon as the candidate's accepted as president. Feels as magnificent when people call him his eminence. Loving the benefits, chauffeured in suburb residents. The country's a business, he gets all of the dividends. A hypocrite, thief hiding behind all his elegance, robbing us without evidence. Now we irrelevant as long as he gets his shares. Ordinary or preference, I don't need intelligence to know Africa though. Not all of Africa's shortcomings is caused by the government. We too must take the blame for our own suffering. Something as small as garbage, and do you blame the government? Is it the hard to take your trash and throw in the rubbish bin? When we have peace, our leaders don't even get a compliment. No token of accomplishment of how they've been running it. We like things on a silver plate, too lazy for hustling. We like the easy life, too much pain when you're struggling, making us easily corruptible. We harbor things, we'll kill our neighbor if we have to, just as long as it's a money-making scheme. We'll respect it and honor it. Respect the rich, but if you're poor, we'll treat you like vomit is. God said we gon' perish if we don't know what knowledge is. Only care for our own, there's no room for foreigners. We need a U-turn, it's the truth that I'm hollering. Advice is free, you can either reject or acknowledge it. It's time to grow.